Hello and welcome to the EEPROM 9. Today we have a broken ZX Spectrum as part of a job lot of game console stuff and whatnot we picked up today. Complete with ZX81A, no matter where you tune it. Yes, this janky aerial config of a pair of pliers on the antenna actually works, because I did it with the ZX81. You get nothing, you only get up the surrounding noise of the room. So, let's crack it open, pop out the dead regulator, pop in one of these, and bring him back to life. Because we can't be leaving a dead specky now, can we? Look at that. That rubber membrane goodness. Complete with rubbed off worn keys. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to prep this little board. Now these have a little manufacturing defect on them, which is a little bit annoying. That the little bit where it says adjust is actually permanently connected, when it should actually be removed, and then we just solder across the 5-volt bridge, and we should have a nice 5-volt output into the thing from whatever voltage we put in. But first we got to get rid of this. It's typical annoying stuff that you get with Chinese products where they just don't put in any care and thought or attention. I think that might have done it. Right, let's check the continuity. I think it's good to go over this process because anyone who wants to, they can follow along. Pick your multimeter of choice. I actually really like these. These are really good. They've gone up, like, they've doubled in price though. They were 30 quid, now they're like 60, which is ridiculous. Good. We got no beep. We got no beep where we don't want it. Good. Make sure I haven't shorted out with others. Good. We're good. Then we go to our 5-volt one, which is very hard to see in this light. Very middle central one. I will double check this though. Grab the soldering iron of choice. My vision is not as good as it used to be. That is quite annoying. And we got a nice blob on 5-volt. I'll just give it a bit of a reblob just to make sure. But sometimes a bit of flux and whatnot is good. And that means we'll actually get 5-volt. I will pause while I undo the screws on this because, well, it's literally boom, 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 and unplug the membrane, which is already in the process of disintegrating, so we might not be able to use the keyboard if the rest of it works. And now we remove the main motherboard. With a screwdriver that's slightly too big because I can't be asked to change it. This thing is held in literally with one screw. And then we have access to the beauty that is the ZX Spectrum, complete with crinkly traces, because that's just the process of depositing the tin on the board back then. This is 1983, this is a 1984 one based on the date codes on the chips, which I'll hold there so you can read them yourselves. So I'll put the two halves of the case together and pop that back on the keyboard. Accidentally hit play on the thing. So what's our problem? Basically this, the 5-volt regulator, which is not a 7805, it's a 2805, but basically same thing. We will not need this heatsink anymore either, because we're replacing it with one of these, which is a lot more, let's just say, less shit. So you got your 12-volt in, negative, 5-volt out. It's the same as a 7805 regulator, which is what I thought was in this, but it turned out no, it wasn't what was in this. So we got a nut underneath, so we'll hold on to that nut. Grab our Swiss Army knife, because why not? Because it's available. Realise we've put out the knife and not the flathead screwdriver attachment. Oh, he's tight. Oh, tight as a virgin. Bring out the big guns. There we go. I don't know if I still have the solder wick over here or if I need to get that from the workbench. Yeah, free that. If you want to make it so it's completely reversible and whatnot, you put that screw back in and maybe the heatsink back in. But I'm just going to put that in a box. And then we need to desolder this bad boy. Let's show you the thing. You can actually see on it a very hairline crack. Someone's probably put in the wrong polarity power adapter into it, because these use a center negative, not a center positive, which is quite annoying actually. But that was not that uncommon in the 80s, especially on Japanese stuff. So we'll add some extra solder. This reel of solder does not work nicely with my reel. It's a bit annoying. This is where using a desoldering gun is also a good option, but I'm going to go this option. And probably burn my fingers through the process. My desk is a little chaos at the moment. Don't tell my partner I said that. He'll make me tidy it. There we go. Boom, that's our dead one out. I will get the solder wick and clean this up off camera. Glory holes, we have glory holes. You can also see where the power comes in. Yee. Excellent, I'll solder a new bit in now. Next step is to solder this. We could put it on a connector. There we go. So that's the through done.
It'd be good if you can fold those seats up.
A little bit of an upward angle isn't the worst thing in the world, but I will bend that a bit. No, if we just drop it in like that, we won't need any special protections underneath. Let's just double check I've done it right. So in, negative, out. In, negative, out. 5 volt. That's been cut. Because if I get this wrong, it's not going to end well. Gravity will be gravity. I'm just going to hope they hold. I wish that would spin round when I did that. Cool, one's held.
Just a look of frustration on your face every time.
And boom. we have a new voltage regulator soldered on the Spectrum. That's a switch mode. It'll handle the power a lot better.
The truck just goes boom. You're like, oh,
Do not fall out.
you're holding up.
Snip. I'm holding on to these because these are the sorts of ones that fly across to the universe and
Yeah.
go in your eye and that kind of thing.
Well looked after, Jordan.
Right, shall we plug in the voltage and see what happens? I think we should. And see if anything explodes.
It's had a fresh
Because
oil.
living dangerously is a lot more fun than living safely. Let's get that out of the way. Don't want that conductive nastiness nearby.
I use synthetic oil.
Grab a multimeter so you can see the voltage as well.
I mean, if he's buying it, cleaning it up and flipping it, is it a bad thing that it's been cleaned up?
And smoke test! No smoke. That's always a good sign. Got 12 volt coming in, or 11.83, that's fine. And on the output, we have a rock solid, basically 5 volt, 4.98. That is more than adequate enough. Cool. We fixed that problem. Let me pause, reassemble, move the little shitty portable CRT TV back, and we'll go from there and see if we can tune the baby in. Not expecting the keyboard to work. The flex is falling apart, so it's going to need that done. And let's go for smoke test. It's a shame this doesn't have a little power LED on it. That'd be quite useful.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to stare at the TV to do this. Is that anything to do with the Spectrum? I can't do that like that now. That's a good sign. We got video output from the Spectrum as there's noise on there. Cool. Let's see if it does it like the ZX81 did. Hello, what was that? Think we might have found our Spectrum video signal. Yeah, but the trouble is with CRT is you pick up on the harmonics. Yeah, that's definitely Spectrum because you've got the border around the outside. And then you got, well, whatever that is.
No.
Probably going to be faulty RAM. Now, I do have some of the RAM chips that go in the lower 16K because they're the same type as used in the IBM 5150. The 4116s.
Like one of those
However, I'm not sure about the upper memory because, well, I think they did use faulty RAM. But for now, I'm going to end this video because this is going to require a little more debugging than, well, I can do at this messy-ass desk. And need to be moved over to the workbench.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's my partner. And, it's a bit tidier than it was, so that's good. But yeah, I'm going to move the repair to a different video and have this as a part 1, which probably means part 2 won't come along for another 5 years, knowing me. That seems to be the going rate, if at all. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And hopefully more specky content to come.